Bang. That's some weird noises. Hello and welcome to the video. Now I'm back out at this abandoned farmhouse which I like to come to. It's pretty close to my house. I'm here for sunrise, just to take some shots. Now this video is going to be a really quick tutorial on something most people probably already know about, but I've only just learned about it. So it's HDR photography. I got a question on my Instagram the other day about how I was able to protect the highlights as well as keep detail in the shadows, and so I just replied saying I've been using HDR photography. So I'm going to very quickly show you how and then stick it in Lightroom and yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take a picture that is one stop underexposed. I will then take a picture that is exposed at 0, and I will then take a picture that is exposed at one stop over. And that's it. We'll then just stick it back in the computer into Lightroom and I'll show you how. Okay, so into the computer. First thing, I apologise if the sound of my voice makes your ears feel sick, but I'm still unwell, so sorry about this. First thing I'm going to do is open Lightroom. There's a tip. What I like to do is, in between each of the sets of 3 shots, I cover the lens with my hand, just so that I can clearly see that there's a black shot in between until I move on to the next one. Okay, so I'm going to import these now into Lightroom. Okay, so in they are. This is really straightforward. All I'm going to do is select the images. You can see in the top row here I've actually taken 4 rather than 3. Right click on them, click photo merge, then click HDR. Then wait a while for Lightroom to process the images. You can mess around with this deghosting amount. I don't really notice a whole difference between choosing none, low, medium or high, but on certain images it does make a difference, so have a flick through, see which one you prefer. Okay, then I'm going to click merge, wait for Lightroom to process again, and there's the final image. So when you come to edit the final image, you just get a massive amount of dynamic range there. So as you start to edit it, you can just see that there's a huge amount of detail in it, and also in terms of stops, dynamic range that you're able to manipulate. You also get a lot less grain if you have a higher ISO photo. So after that, I'll then just mess around, edit the image in the normal way. Not sure what I'm doing there. Maybe I was wanting to make a point about the HSL sliders, but I can't remember what that point was. Oh, and then enable the profile corrections, which I probably should have done right at the start instead of at this point now, but never mind. You can then also crop into the photo, so you get a lot more detail, so your image will be a lot larger, so you're able to crop in even further than normal than if it was a single photo. Next thing, I'm going to have to zoom in and remove all of the spots that are on the sensor. I have since cleaned it. And that's it. So as I said before, I like to cover the lens with my hand, so I then know which is the next set of images to process. I'll just run through it one more time really quickly. Select the images, right click, click on photo merge, then click on HDR, then wait a while, choose between the deghosting amount, and then click merge. Wait for it to process, and then there's your picky there. At this point, I've clearly forgotten that I'm screen recording and I'm just editing photos now. This seems to go on and on and on and on. Definitely have to speed up all the way through this. Okay, and that's the last of it. Oh yeah, also a little bit of another progress pic for the bathroom, by the way. It is almost done. So that is it for this one. I hope it was helpful, and also take a look at this. It's a canvas print by mypicture.co.uk. It's shit. Don't use them. So I hope this video was helpful, and I will hopefully see you again soon. So take care.